Gemini, how are you doing, my cutie patootie looking all this so good? I miss you so much, dear Gemini. Welcome to your reading from September 29th to October 5th. And in this reading, I'm going to take a look at your recent past, present, and future. I'm going to clarify the main challenge and get some final advice for you. Now, this is a general reading, so it may resonate with you and it may not. Also, you guys are so cute. Basically, I want to say thank you for being here. And I was at the Dr. Joe Dispenza's retreat, right? Last week in Tennessee, Nashville. So 1,500 people, and we're walking down the hallway to go get some lunch. And then as I'm walking, I'm hearing someone singing next to me. I'm in your head, I'm on your mind. And I was like, I literally turned around and I said, I'm a Gemini. I put the gem in Gemini. She was so sweet. Was your name Angela? Angela, put your number twos in the air if you're watching this right now. Because thank you so much for coming to me and saying hi. I love hanging out with my Geminis. You guys are like so much fun. And so anyways, we had a really good conversation. I'm really glad that you enjoyed the retreat and had a really good time. And it was absolutely nice to meet you. Thank you so much we had a really good conversation. She was very sweet. So yeah. Gemini. It's your national anthem. Oh, I feel so good after the retreat, Gemini. I'll talk a little bit about that in the end. But now let's talk about you. Let's see what's going on for my twins. Messy hair, don't care. By the way, Gemini, today is officially the first year anniversary of my of the YouTube channel, Sprinkle. Ooh. So Gemini, your challenge from September 29th to October 5th is the Six of Wands. And what you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck, you have the Four of Pentacles, followed by the Five of Wands and the Knight of Cups. So honestly, Gemini, this is one of the best, one of the most positive energies that I've seen in a while. Six of Wands. Victory, public recognition, stepping into your power. This is about you, coming. I know you have come out a lot of obstacles, right? I think you're someone that you just came out of this. You're closing off a cycle where you used to maybe be in this internal conflict with yourself or with someone from the past. Some sort of a difficult chapter is actually closing off in your life, and this is leading you to a recognition, okay? If it's a relationship, if it's, some sort of a connection, I feel like that this is something that's gonna work out between you and someone else, okay? Because the Six of Wands here is all about, getting into your power, okay, and being seen, and you being a powerful communicator, as an air sign, you rule the mind, you rule the communication. So you're someone that something is changing. You're actually gonna be seen more. You're gonna make yourself more visible. And when it comes to relationships, something is gonna work out. We're gonna talk about this when we clarify. Now, in the recent past, we have the Nine of Cups, the Knight of Swords, and the Lovers. So in the recent past, I do strongly feel like here that you might have rushed into a connection a little bit too fast, okay? This is about you rushing into a connection. I think a lot of you were doing really well just on your own. You were independent, maybe single, and all of a sudden maybe you got into a relationship. And I feel like Gemini, you kind of rushed into it too quickly. Okay, so don't worry. I've done that too. Okay, so I feel like that this is something here that you did in the past. Okay, and it was a very hasty decision to be with this person, maybe right away. Double check microphone. Yes. So we're going to clarify this shortly. Now, in the present moment, Gemini, you have the Moon, the Four of Cups, and the Magician. So in the present moment, Gemini, there is something that's being revealed to you, okay? The Moon here talks about your subconscious mind and dreams. Maybe you are seeing certain signs and synchronicities through dreams, or maybe just, in your waking day. There is something that you're wanting to manifest, okay? You're setting an intention for manifestation, and this could be, might as well just, attracting love. But there is a little bit of a challenge here, Gemini. Honestly, I feel like this is not going to resonate with everyone. You do want love. You really want to be in a very loving, committed relationship. But there is something about you, you want it and then you don't want it. The reason why you don't want it is because I think you have been hurt in the past. Because when you went into a relationship in the past, you went a little bit too fast and you gave all of yourself, okay? And it's been a lesson for you to kind of slow down, but now there is something that's being manifested for you. So you're gonna have a clear intention whether you want to enter into a relationship with this person or not, or what do you want in love. We're gonna clarify this shortly. Now, in the near future, you have the Star, the Hermit, and the Ace of Swords. So in the near future, Gemini, there is some sort of a realization, okay, about like who you really are, okay? Like, I know you know who you are, but there is another epiphany about your true essence, okay? You're someone that you're meant to be seen. You're someone that you really want in a relationship to be recognized and appreciated equally, okay? And I think that there is going to be communication coming in towards your way with the Ace of Swords. Some sort of truth is going to be revealed. Now, at the bottom of the deck, I think this is more so about your energy. You could be a little bit holding back. You could be kind of closed off because of certain disappointments in the past. Maybe like right now with the Four of Pentacles, you're like, you know what? I don't want to really put myself too much out there into the dating, whatever, but what you don't see coming here is that there is some sort of a conflict that you finally are resolving. And someone here also could come towards you with some sort of an apology with the Knight of Cups. And then there is the Three of Swords and the Two of Cups. I'm saying some sassy shit cards, ain't gonna lie. Right here, there is potentially like an apology headed towards your way. We're gonna clarify this. You could be dealing with the water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. I'm getting here Leo, Sagittarius, could be also Cancer. I saw Cancer here, another Gemini, and Virgo, okay, or Aquarius. So let's get into your reading, dear Gemush, and let's clarify and see what's going on for you. I'm gonna clarify your challenge, Gemini. Of course, I woke up a little bit ago, meditated, had my coffee, and I'm starting my day with you. Okay, so the Empress at the bottom of the deck, some of you maybe are wanting to have children with this person, or maybe there is something about self-care also. There is a strong sense of independence, okay, that you are gaining. And right now, you're coming out of your resting place. A lot of you have been behind the scenes for too long, okay, with the Four of Swords. I feel like many of you have been healing from some sort of a heartbreak and a separation that has happened between you and another person, and right now you're stepping into your power. Queen of Swords is you, Gemini. It is your energy, not a gender specific. I know there is a lot of broskis that are watching me also, Gemini bros, love my dudes. This is about you really just stepping into your power with the Queen of Swords, okay? The time has come for you, Gemini, to also like really clearly decide whether you want to move forward with this specific person or you want to manifest a completely new person. Like, that's a free will, that's your choice. I feel like that what you are really wanting to do right now is that, you may be familiar with this term. I think you are, because you're a very smart sign. Transmutation. What does that mean? It means that taking a bad situation, turning it into something good. When you look at the Temperance, this person is actually pouring water from one jug to another, and that indicates mixing, like blending even the opposing, the most controversial things together and making the best out of it. I think you are someone that all you're wanting is basically harmony, okay? You're wanting to harmonize the situation here and bring some sort of a solution, okay? And I think that since you're becoming very clear on what you want in life, in career, in love, this is everything, this is the whole package, then I think someone here is having a major realization about, their position with you. Even if they haven't talked to you, even if there is on and off communication, someone is going to have an epiphany that Gemini is actually stepping up the plate, and you're basically moving forward. Okay, I think that you have been in the limbo for a little bit too long, kind of like behind the scenes, quiet, doing your own thing. Now, something's changing, okay, for you. It's like you're stepping into your power. We're also entering into a new season, like weather-wise. So I feel like that this is also something that like you're really taking very seriously. A lot of you are setting really, really powerful intentions for the next 3 months for you to close the year off, okay? Now, let's talk about the recent past. In the recent past, Gemini, you have the Nine of Cups clarified by the World, Five of Swords, and the Seven of Pentacles. Remember, Gemini, when I said that in the recent past you moved into a relationship a little bit too fast? I think, in a way, your happiness kind of got a little bit, Your happiness got a little bit jeopardized. I'm seeing here, constant arguments and conflicts between you and another person. Five of Swords, the one in the middle that talks about arguments, conflict, misunderstanding. 10-10 on the timer. So because of a lot of misunderstanding, maybe you and this person, there was a lot of compatibility, but certain things were not compatible. Maybe there were some commitment issues. I do see here you being very much stressed out in the recent past because of, just the major differences that you had with this person in the recent past. And you rushed into something, okay? I'm getting here like rushed into making a decision. For some of you, maybe you rushed into too quickly to announce this person as a specific person. I don't like that term. Like, what's the word for that? Boyfriend, girlfriend, some sassy shit, I'm saying. So, Scorpio energy, the Judgment here, Knight of Swords, clarified by the Judgment, the Magician, and the Six of Wands. I think that this is someone that you truly saw being, like, building a family with and being strong partners with, Gemini, Like with the Six of Wands here, right, the Magician, it's something that maybe you also manifested, but also at the same time, when the manifestation comes, it's not about just manifesting something, it's about maintaining it, right? And I think that because of a lot of the opposing factors, differences between you and this person, it wasn't sustainable, okay, for both of you. You might have really rushed into making a decision to really, announce this person as someone that you would see building a life with. I'm also getting here, you might have dealt with someone that might have had certain trauma coming in from their past, like serious trauma. Okay, and that affected their ability to really function into the relationship properly. So the Lovers is clarified by the Nine of Swords, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Ten of Pentacles. In the recent past, I do see here you, Gemini, putting all of your efforts, all of your resources into wanting to really maintain this relationship, maintain this connection. Could have dealt with the Capricorn also. So a lot of you really went above and beyond, okay? Maybe you already had children with this person, and I'm getting here this energy of you doing everything and anything that you could with the Eight of Pentacles energy to invest your time into this relationship, to save this relationship, if I may put it that way, okay? Nonetheless, there was a lot of stress, there was a lot of, just pain associated with this situation. Maybe there was also a rejection here. Okay, now in the present moment, something is being revealed to you with the moon here. Let's talk about the moon. There's also certain fears. I think some of you maybe feel like, there is this feeling of like not being chosen, but that's something that you're overcoming because your worthiness is not dependent on someone else choosing you or not. The moon here is clarified by the Page of Wands, the Two of Swords, and the Four of Pentacles. Yeah, you're actually realizing that there can be two perspectives, there can be two sides of the story, and I do see here you going back and forth with the Two of Swords here, going back and forth whether you want to hold back with the Four of Pentacles or whether you would want to have a brand new beginning with this individual. I think what's being really revealed to you right now in the present moment is that you have dealt with someone that actually had some avoidance characteristics. Okay, we're not here to blame other signs or to put a finger on anyone else. This was just a situation that really showed you a lot of things, okay, about a specific person, and also how people can function in their relationships if they had a traumatic childhood or if they are coming from dysfunctional family. Now, in the present moment, the Four of Cups is clarified by the Three of Wands, the Star, and the Nine of Wands. Gemini, in the present moment, I feel like that a lot of you, you're really just dating yourself. Many of you are just focused on yourself. There is this, sides of you with a hope and a wish. It's like almost you're waiting for someone. You're waiting for this connection to be manifested again, but from a different perspective, from a clean slate, okay, from a new chapter here. And again, everyone has free will. I know that there is a lot of gems out there. They may say, I'm just going to manifest a brand new person. I'm going to manifest new love. That is something that also some of you are doing as well. But I'm picking up on a very familiar energy, dear Gemini, that you know already, that you are very much familiar with. And it's like, even though there has been a lot of hurts, there has been a lot of moments where you and this person were in separation because of that, I think you're wanting to make something work here with this person. Now, the Magician here in the present moment, something that you're setting an intention to manifest. So the Lovers at the bottom of the deck. The Death card, Scorpio energy, King of Cups, again, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, and the Four of Cups. you know that you dealt with someone that was acting very like closed off, avoidant, whatever, you know, at the end of the day, you're wanting to manifest. Now, bro, I'm gonna say this is gonna, you know, sound very different for other people. It's not gonna resonate with everyone. I don't know if you're just manifesting an apology, you're manifesting to have that communication with this person so that you can say what you want to say, but something is going to be created. Some sort of a situation is going to unfold for you. And also this is a very transformative. You know, I think with the death card here is what's transforming for you, what you are letting go of is, first of all, you're becoming super clear on what you want, what do you want to manifest, what do you want to let go of, and what are the most important things here for you that you want to focus on. I think when it comes to relationship, what you want is you want someone who is emotionally available and emotionally stable. And if somebody cannot give that to you, you're not going to settle for less. I'm not going to sugarcoat here. I'm not going to say this is how it's the only way that's going to happen. But I feel like that you're aware of the fact that someone here that you dealt with was emotionally unavailable, or there was a lot of on and off. So in the near future, the star is clarified by the Queen of Cups, the Strength, and the Knight of Cups. Strong water energy, honestly, here, and could be a Leo also, or someone who has Leo in their birth chart. I feel like that in the near future, like I said, because you're actually stepping into your power, you're becoming more clear. There is a lot of transformations and changes happening with the new Gemini. In the near future, I do see here somebody wanting to come towards you. Okay, there is an approach because they see you someone that's very strong, that's very resilient. The Knight of Cups here was also at the bottom of the deck that we saw. And this has to do a lot with the fact that, you know, this person is realizing that they hurt you at a very deep level. I think the reason why also this person wants to come towards you is because there is this sense of guilt, okay, and feeling very remorseful for the way that things actually unfolded between you and them. Now, in the near future, I feel like that this is some sort of a hope and a wish that's going to be fulfilled. You're going to have an opportunity here with the Hermit, dear Gemini, to make a decision, you know, to really decipher and to distinguish and to feel the intention of this person coming towards you and wanting to make an apology. Now, Gemini, the Hermit in the near future is clarified by the Ace of Swords, the Five of Wands, and the King of Swords. It's exactly what happened when I said there was a conflict here that happened between you and someone else. There is another confirmation here. Okay, anytime you see number fives, Five of Wands, Cups, Pentacles, it always represents some sort of an challenge, okay, misunderstanding, argument, competition. And I feel like that in the near future, when someone comes towards you and they want to resolve this conflict here, you are the King of Swords. So you're showing up again in the near future, just like the Queen of Swords. You're someone, Gemini, that you are very, you know, with the King of Swords energy, clear-cut energy. We don't beat around the bush here. We get straight to the business, get to the point. So in the near future, Gemini, I feel like that you're going to really stop, pause, and shed light on, like, what does this person want? Like, what do they want from me? And is this something that I can really invest my time into again? And I think that from this time, you're going to go with, like, if I may say, with like a hermit energy, not rushing into it, being very demure, very mindful, and very calculated, okay? Not that you have to constantly be walking on eggshells, but I feel like that this is a situation where you're going to be very determined on what you want to tolerate, what you want to do with this person, where, like, if you really want to live under the same roof or not. Because I think in the recent past, you rushed into it and you saw that certain things were not working out, but you still stayed in that connection. So the Ace of Swords is clarified by the Knight of Swords. Again, don't rush, the Fool, and the Ace of Pentacles. Yo, sprinkle, sprinkle, this cannot be any more accurate here. Knight of Swords in the recent past, the rushing card. And it's showing up again in the near future when you look at this, right? The Fool, which is about a brand new beginning, and the Ace of Pentacles. So look, this is, again, it's a warning, it's an advice for you to really remember that do not rush into having a brand new beginning with this person right away. It may feel very enticing, very exciting in the moment, but you definitely gotta allow the time to unfold for you to really recognize and to see how is this person behaving, what are the changes that they have done within themselves for you to be back with them, okay? Especially when it comes to commitment, loyalty, and honesty here, because somebody here is gonna have a conversation with you, and based on that conversation, you're gonna decide how you wanna move forward with them and also resolve some trust issues here that you have with this person. So, Gemush, let's get the advice for you and see what is it that you need to know. What is the advice for Gemini? So the devil at the bottom of the deck. If you know that something is toxic, if you know that something is unhealthy, someone has certain things that they need to work on, you don't have to rush into it. You already know that. The advice here for you, dear Gemini, is to remember that you are the emperor in this situation, okay? You are the one who sets the tone of the relationship. You are the one who really, it doesn't mean being bossy. It means being very direct and very specific on what you want. And this is about you realizing that you have done a lot of healing, and it also equally has to be reflected. Someone needs to reflect the healing that they have done within themselves on the outer world, into their relationships, into their connections, into their day-to-day life. If someone here has addictions and certain behavioral patterns that's not healthy, you're not gonna settle for less, okay? So make sure that also when the person comes into your life, they're sharing, they're on the same page with you. The Three of Wands here is about the future, looking into the future. What do you want to build? Who do you want to build your life with? You know what I mean? And if this person is someone that you really truly see coming with you into the near future, okay? So that is the advice. And I'm also going to pull one last message from this oracle card to see what is the final confirmation here for you. I'm just going to pull this card right here. And this is already, okay, like I said in the beginning, some sassy shit. What does it say? Victory and success number 6. And you had the 6 of Wands. I'm getting chills right now. You know what I mean? So you're entering into a timeline for yourself, Gemini, where you really are starting to feel more of yourself, more celebrated, seen. And you know, I do a lot of channel messages, but I'm going to tell you right now, if you want to be on social media and you have an idea for a business that you want to start, just go for it and just do it. So I'm saying, I mean, you know, I started the channel a year ago, right? Authenticity. Do you see where it got me here today? Realness. Raw, authentic. That's who I am. You know what I mean? And that is something that you also have within you. So you're stepping into your power, Gemini, where it says victory and success. And you know, you already, it takes, you know, to climb up that mountain here to get on top of it. But you know, when you get on there, it's going to be beautiful. And I think that you are becoming very clear on your goals, career, health-wise, financial-wise, and relationship-wise. So beautiful, very specific reading, okay, that's gonna resonate with many of you. So dear Gemini, this is what I had for you. Thank you so much for being here. I greatly appreciate you. Love you so much, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye.